All right. So, okay. All right. So, the name of our capital is Hast schon gehört. Okay. So I'll go over the learning tool that we are to cover under this chapter. All right. So this chapter is will be more of speaking. So Charlie, if I ask you a question, you have to talk. Okay. So this chapter is more about speaking practice. All right. So we have to talk about median consume. Okay. That's it could be whether online or the whichever, whether TV. Okay. How you spend your things you spend on the media. Then about regale expression. We have to talk about rules. Okay. Über Vorlieben über Vorlieben heißt personal preferences, okay, what you prefer. Then Vorschläge machen, you have to give more advices or like suggestions. Then we will learn how to form the perfect with design, okay, we've already learned it, but then Frage article welch, okay, you start using which. Okay, how to conjugate it with the demonstrative pronoun this. Okay, how both of them are used in nominative, accusative, and dative. Okay, then preposition one. We learn how to use preposition one, which is also which case is one. Like whenever you're using one,
Accusative.
which yeah, one is an accusative preposition. So wherever you see one, it's just like fear. Then verben mit dative. Okay, we will learn about verbs, specifically like fixed dative verbs. Then personal pronomen in dative. Okay, which are the mir, the dir, the uns, yeah, und so weiter. Prepositionen, preposition gegen. We start using gegen preposition. Then the modal verben sollen. Okay, should. We start using the modal verb should in this chapter. Then Zeit angeben. I don't know why that's here, but given time. We've already done that, but I don't know, maybe just have a couple of something. Yeah, so we will then the vocabulary will cover media. Okay, we'll cover fixed sorry festivals on celebrations. Then Kleidung. All right, so who would like to read here? Honest, let's go.
Okay. Lieblingsthema. Was lesen Sie oder Sie gern? Was finden Sie interessant? Was finden Sie langweilig? Mark markieren, markieren, markieren Sie in der Tabelle Texte, Bücher oder Filme, Geschichten, ja, über Politik, über Computer, über Gesundheit, über Psychologie, über Psychologie,
Psychologie. Physiology.
Physiology. Okay.
Physiology.
Physiology. Über Psychologie. Über Sport. Über Mode. Über Reisen. Über Liebe. Über interessante Menschen. Christmas. Über, über Kunst. Über Kunst. Über die Familie. Über Freunde. Über die Arbeit. Über Reisen. Über Partys. Über Tiere.
Ibatire.
Über
Man, tiere.
Tiere.
Tiere, man. Tiere. Uh,
Tiere. Yeah.
all right. So this you are to indicate. Okay. So please, if I mention your name, you let me know. Do you find this the particular thing I mentioned, lang violation, other interests? Okay. Maybe you just maybe ich finde Politik interessant oder langweilig. Ich finde Reisen interessant. Ja. Oder ich finde Teste über Politik interessant. Oder ich finde Teste über Computer interessant. Oder ich finde Bücher über Reisen interessant. I find books about traveling, books about love, romantic books, books about interesting people. But like first, is there any word here which you guys don't understand?
Christmas.
Premise.
Christmas and then Meshchen.
Ah, but you read what you guys you see. Huh? Meaning
Yeah, right.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Christmas,
Christmas.
Christmas, and then Meshchen.
Christmas.
Creamy. It's a Christmas. Christmas. It's creamy. Read what you see. It's like criminal
Around is
about
our
criminal novels. Creamy. Okay.
Escaon.
Yeah, so the like as it is said comic and comics, but the main one is creamy. So the creamy is the plural, but like it's about
Okay.
novels about crime. Okay, like criminal. Okay, creamy. So it's not crispy. Meaning maybe I'm who the crispy. Please in German, you read what you see, you don't assume. Okay. That's how you end up
Yeah.
speaking something different. That's why I always say read what you see and make sure you're pronouncing it. Yeah. Yeah, and Vanessa, you said creamy und was noch?
Meshchen.
What?
These people. Mention.
Meshchen.
Mention. Yeah.
Mention. Mention is
Yeah.
human. Der Mensch. Der Mensch is der human und die Menschen, plural, is humans, like human beings, or like sometimes we use it interchangeably for
People. Yeah.
Leute, people. Okay.
Okay, okay.
And was noch? So this one is Psychologie, okay? Psychologie. Psychologie. Dann über Kunst. Was heißt das? Was bedeutet über Kunst?
Art. Like an artist. Yeah.
Yeah, art. Über Art, okay? About art. So if I mention your name, I'll just underline it, then use it to form sentence. Maybe ja, Geschichten über Familie finde ich langweilig oder finde ich interessant. Oder ich mag eine Geschichte über die Familie. We've learned how to express, like we've learned many ways of expressing yourself. You can use mag for morgen. Okay, from mag, you can use gerne, maybe ich lese gern Geschichte über Familie. So like you've learned a lot. Just try to express yourself in a way that you feel comfortable with. All right, so um Mr. Akufo, yeah.
Okay, so Abby, the first, the one you circled.
Yeah.
Mm, okay. Über Gesundheit finde ich mich sorry. Über Gesundheit finde ich langweilig.
Okay, ich komme gleich. Ich mache ein Bild davon. No, so you have to, Mr. Kofi, you said you have to use maybe test there, okay? Test there, über, like test about Gesundheit,
Finde
finde
ich
ich
langweilig.
langweilig. Hey, Mr. Kofi, you so busy. Test about
Okay.
Gesundheit.
What were you saying?
You said test about Gesundheit, you find it boring.
Yeah, it's boring. Yeah.
Hey, Jesus.
I like movies and then comics.
Okay, so you can add ich mag lieber Filme und Comics. Okay. Oder vielleicht ich lese lieber oder ich schaue lieber. Ja. Alright. Und Vanessa, ja.
Rabbi. Text
Mhm.
über Liebe finde ich mag. Oh my. Aber ähm, ich Rabbi, the thing keeps okay. I should continue.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, typing.
start your sentence. Yeah, you said?
No, it's not text. This is Bush. Yeah, Bush.
Yeah, so start.
Yeah, Bush. Über Liebe finde ich mag.
Now, mag is another verb. You've already used finder.
Okay, okay, okay.
Mögen.
Okay.
Mögen is a different verb.
Mugen. Yeah,
Mhm.
Mugen. Aber
No,
should I
Vanessa,
continue?
I'm
Yes.
saying
Uh-huh.
mögen. 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 Mögen is a verb to like. You've already
Yeah.
used finde. Or like, should I delete that finde?
No.
Hey,
I'm confused. Oh, baby, I'm in the number that young to also. Bücher über Liebe Mag-ish. Remove the finder.
Mhm.
Yeah. Aber.
Okay, then just okay. Like I love, I like books about love. Yeah, but sometimes like it's about like yeah, your sentence is grammatically correct, but I would recommend that
Uh-huh.
you use vielleicht ich lese
Uh-huh.
gern Bücher oder
Bücher.
Bücher über Liebe lese ich gern. Okay, that is
Okay.
how richtig. Okay, when you say mag ich, it means I like books about love. That is richtig. Okay, but like I prefer
Yeah.
use I love to read. Okay, ich lese gern
Again.
Bücher
Okay.
über Liebe.
Believer.
You know.
Agent, I want to use sense. So should I continue or something?
Like, unless you have other sentences you wish to add.
No, Rabbi, thank you.
Okay, all
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Then, um, Collins. Yeah, Collins.
Yo, sorry. Viele Menschen senden Geschichten über Reisen interessant, aber jedoch
Nation. Finden
hm,
Geschichten über Reisen interessant.
interessant,
Mhm.
jedoch
Mhm. Jedoch
äh, finde ich finde ich sie langweilig.
Jedoch finde ich sie
Ja,
langweilig. Super. So, do you care to explain the jedoch here to the others?
okay. Jedoch is another word for aber, a synonym for aber,
Yeah,
like
but
but, yeah,
jedoch is
or
more like
however,
however.
however. Mhm.
Yeah. All right, Dunkirk. Um, so Karen, you said you're in a car. Then where is knocked up? Which love is at work? Nana K, if you can, yeah, you have to use this to form sentence. Creamy. So creamy is under Busha or film. So you can either choose to use maybe books about criminal novels or films about criminal activities. Whichever whichever sentence you like to make. Just have to use the creamies,
Okay.
Okay, was? Wir warten auf dich.
Yeah.
Ich Filme über Krimis. Films about criminal activities or film about criminals. Right, choose something. Mhm. Vielleicht Filme über Krimis sind überhöht. Überhöht heißt overrated. Okay. Then unterhöht means underrated. All right, so you want to talk about specific like things, you can just use it. Maybe books about Teste über Bücherfilm, Geschichten über Tiere, Geschichten über Tiere finde ich langweilig oder Geschichten über Partys oder Bücher über interessante Menschen oder Bücher über Menschen finde ich or like I use different articles or different adjectives like yeah. All right, so all right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so B, who would like to read B? Which can you talk?
Okay. Mhm. Let me try. B. Lesen Sie. Was findet Valentina interessant? Valentina. Politik finde ich langweilig, aber ich lese gern Texte über Psy- is it psychology or
Okay, so
soci-
so Psychologie, okay? Psychologie.
Psychologie? Okay. Ich
Yeah.
mag auch Krimis. Die sehe ich auch gern im Fernsehen. Ähm, ich treffe auch oft meine Freunde im Café. Dann erzählen wir Geschichten
Schau mal,
über
schau.
unsere. Hm?
Yeah, read what you
Wir
see. Right?
erzählen wir Geschichten über unsere Familie und unsere Arbeit. Ich erzähle sehr gern, aber ich höre auch gern zu.
Yeah.
Ja.
All right, so is there any way that you guys don't understand in this small test? So test is masculine, it's their test. Okay, their test. All right, ja. Gibt es ein paar Worte, die ihr nicht versteht? Okay, I'm assuming
Okay.
everybody understands.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, also excel in here.
Oh, thank you.
Excel is
Excelling.
tell
Excelling means to tell.
to
Excelling.
tell.
To tell. But normally we use this excelling, we use excelling to talk about like narrating, to more like to narrate or is to tell, okay. But then we use excelling more like narrating something. Maybe like ich will dir über meine Hochzeit erzählen. I would like to talk tell you about um my like wedding. So like it's about like specific
Mm.
like stories and how we used to tell them. Because if I want to say that I want to tell you something, Germans will use sagen. Ich will dir etwas sagen. I want to say something to you. That's what we use. So the telling is we only use the telling when we are talking about specific things. Okay. Like we are going to narrate maybe whether a story, maybe whether say it's a short story or maybe like read like talk. Yeah. So
Okay.
so in the normal sense, in the normal English time, like in the English sense, you like to you will use the to tell all the time. I want to tell you something. He told me, like when we are saying he told me to come here. We use sagen. We won't use a telling. Also, a telling means to tell, and zagging means to say, but we use the zagging. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
instead of saying he told me, we will say er hat mir gesagt. He said it to me. Okay, but then if you want to narrate something, then we use the erzählen. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
you know. But when you use them, you can use about. He told me about. He said mir, like he said he said it doesn't make sense in English. He said he told me about the word and he told me about his father. You use the sagen, but like word then we use a tell. But you use if you want to say about, then we use the über. Okay. And sometimes a telling we use fun. He told me of. Okay. Like a telling can you can use both über, told me about, or he told me of. In English too, you can use the same thing. Okay, so you just decide when you use the Uber, then you know you're talking about what accusative. When you use the phone, then you know you're going to talk. You're going to send the noun to what dative form. Okay. All right. So Politik finde ich langweilig, aber ich lese gern Teste über Psychologie. Ich mag auch Krimis, die sehe ich auch gern im Fernsehen. Okay. Ich treffe auch oft meine Freunde im Café. Dann erzählen wir Geschichten über unsere Familie und unsere Arbeit. Ich erzähle sehr gern, aber ich höre auch gern zu. I like to listen. When you want to say I like to listen, when you want to say I listen, like listen to something in particular, then we use zuhören. Zuhören, okay? When you want to say I hear is hören. I hear you is ich höre dich. Okay. When you want to say I listen to you, then it is dative. Ich höre dir zu. I'm listening to you. So it's dative. But when I'm saying I hear you, then ich höre dich. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Um, so hören und zuhören. Wer kennt hören nicht? Who don't know hören? Yeah. You suck. All right. So hearing means to hear. Okay. And sometimes to listen. Not even sometimes, and to listen. Ba zuhören is to listen to. Okay. If I'm listening to something to you, then it should be to, then you have to be dative. If I'm saying I hear you or I'm listening to music, then it be ich höre music. Okay, because music is not like it's an inanimate object. But if you want to indicate that you are listening to someone, then you use the zuhören. But if you want to say I hear someone, then you use hören. Am I making sense? For example,
Yeah,
I'm
you're right.
listening to you. Yeah. For the hören, it's ich höre, I hear you. Like I hear you talking, I hear you. Then you use what ich höre dir, ich höre dich. Okay.
Mm.
When you say I am listening to you, or like I listen to music. I listen to music. It should be ich höre Musik. Okay. They want to say I listen to sorry. They want to say I am listening to you or I listen to you. I listen, I am listening to you. Then you use ich höre dir zu because it's to you, so is that it? Okay, separable verb. Zuhören. Okay, so you want to say I listened to you will be what? I listened to you will be,
Listened. Past.
yeah, past tense.
Ich habe dir gehört.
Ich habe dir gehört.
Ja,
Okay.
das Kameka zu gehört. Or it's not correct.
Sorry. Ich habe dir zugehört. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how we form. It's a problem. The prefix will come before the past participle. Okay. Then the past tense will be what?
past tense.
Yeah.
Um, ich heute.
Ja. Ich hörte
Heute.
dir zu.
Wow.
Okay. If you want to say I am listening to the teacher, will be
I am listening to the teacher.
yeah, the
Active
others.
present.
Please be engaged. Okay. No. Yeah, I'm listening to the teacher. Anyone else aside than okay, I'm listening to the teacher. Ich höre dem Lehrer zu. So whoever you are listening to will be what the dative form when you use to hören. So ich höre dem Lehrer zu. All right, so you're marking weiter. So was findet Valentina interessant?
Ja, sie findet um, Texte, Text lesen über Psychologie interessant.
So sie findet Teste über Psychologie interessant. There's no need for you to say Teste lesen. Sie findet oder sie liest gern Teste über Psychologie. Okay. Alright, und was findet sie nicht interessant?
Sie findet
Sie findet
Politik. Hey, sorry. Politik nicht interessant.
Okay. Alright. Und nicht interessant ist richtig, aber it's like saying important und what unimportant. When you say not important means unimportant. So if you want to negate interessant, it's uninteressant. Okay, instead of saying
uninteressant.
nicht interessant, you can just say sie findet Politik uninteressant. Okay, yeah, that is
Sure.
auch richtig. Yeah. Alright. So you're schreiben homework. You have to write a test. Okay, schreiben Sie einen Test mit Ihren Ideen aus, with your own ideas. You can say like use these maybe Teste über Politik findet meine Mutter interessant, aber wir die Kinder finden Geschichten finden lieber Geschichten über die Arbeit, etwas Besseres, like it's somehow better. Like just be expressive, okay? If you can write the sentences down in English, what you want to say, then you try to translate them to German, okay, so that you won't limit yourself, okay? Yeah. Because if I ask you to do direct translation, form sentences in German, you limit yourself by using small pronouns, small sentences, but then be expressive. Okay. Sometimes the best way to learn is don't limit yourself. Write those sentences in English. Okay. How you would like to speak it in English. Okay. You write it
Yeah,
down, you write them down, then you try to translate them to German. So the ones you don't know, the vocabularies, that the ones you don't know, you just look them up in the dictionary. Okay, but don't do direct translation. Don't, like, you see, just search for these words, the ones you don't know in the dictionary. Then you add it to your, like, you replace them in your sentences. That's how we learn. Okay, it's better this way. Don't use Google Translation. Write your sentence down in English. The words that you don't know, look them up in the dictionary. Then add it to your own sentences. Okay, that's how you learn. All right. So that's your homework. Mm,
Or personal about the woman.
the personal advice. I don't know. I asked you. I mentioned your name. Then you tell me, like, tester you have finished two line violation or so. Like, that's what I did. And you're writing those sentences down. So please, have you taken a screenshot of it? Because book me there. I know say won't be away. So here, what can I build that one? Soll ich weitermachen? Okay, ist jetzt sofort. Yeah, so someone should read. Eins,
Zeitung lesen im Büro. Notieren Sie Ihre persönlichen Antworten in der Tabelle. Was? Ich lese Zeitung. Ich sehe Fern. Ich höre Radio. Ich surfe im Internet. Und dann, wann, wie lange und wie oft? Jeden Tag, Minuten, Stunden. Am Wochenende 3 bis 4 Mal pro Woche. Nie. Und wo? Zu Hause auf dem Sofa, im Bus, im Büro, auf der Parkbank. Und dann,
all right, danke. So we are to, so according to the book, from henceforth you are to, instead of using short sentences, you are to form sentences, okay? Like long sentence, not too long, but then instead of just saying ich lese Zeitung, you can add adverbial place of is it manner, like how long you, like how van, like maybe I like reading the newspaper maybe in the morning, maybe 3 times a day, da, 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 in the office. Like I like reading books. Then the number of times, like how often, or wie lange will come. Then wo, where you like doing it. Okay, that's how you form longer sentences. Okay, so our first example, they said ich lese Zeitung. Zeitung is the newspaper, the Zeitung. Okay, the Zeitung. Ich lese Zeitung dreimal, drei bis, 4 Mal, drei bis viermal, viermal pro Woche zu Hause auf dem Sofa. Okay, so instead of saying ich lese gern im Internet, you can add this to your, you can tell us how long or that van, when you like, you preferably do the thing, how often, how long, and where you do it. Okay, yeah, so this, when you use this, when you add this spices up your sentences. Okay, all right, so who would like to try? Listen, the examples are there, you are just to add them up to form your own.
Yeah.
Or if you prefer to use other verbs outside, because we've used many other verbs. So even if you don't like, It's not compulsory for you to use the verbs here. You can just think outside the box. Okay, let's go. Yeah, everyone have to
Um,
make a sentence, like two sentences. Yeah. So who's going
okay.
first?
Me. Ich besuche meine Eltern in die Stadt. 5 oder 6 Mal im Jahr. Ja. Und aber am Wochenende,
Mit der Computer. Just wait. Ich besuche meine Eltern. How many times?
let it finish before I continue. Okay. Ich
So ich
besuche meine
besuche meine
Eltern
Eltern. Mhm.
5 oder 6 Mal im Jahr. Im Jahr.
5 bis oder ja, ja, 5 bis 6 Mal im Jahr. Mhm.
Ja. Und
You
aber
said in der Stadt, yeah? Then in der
ja, in die
Stadt.
Stadt.
Ja,
Also,
Stadt.
ja,
All right. So that's complete. So when you are forming sentences, the normal one will come. But if you want to like often the adverb comes immediately, like the adverb is supposed to come before vo. Okay, vas will come followed by van, then vo. Okay, the place will be at the end of the sentence. Okay, all right. Next sentence.
yeah,
Now, okay,
another
you are
one.
making two sentences. Yeah, you're forming two sentences.
Oh,
Next one.
um, am Wochenende mache ich viele Dinge, aber normalerweise räume ich mein Zimmer auf.
I'm working in the was?
Am Wochenende
Räume
mache ich
ich.
viele Dinge.
Ja, aber das ist nicht notwendig. Das ist nur, das ist just tell us what you do. Am Wochenende räume ich mein Zimmer.
Mein Zimmer auf.
Okay.
One sentence, nothing necessary. Hey, chill out.
No, it's like it's not when it's here on the weekends. I do a lot of things. When you are narrating, then fine. But then when you are writing, it's not necessary for you. I do a lot of. Just tell us what you do.
Wochenende denke, räume ich mein Zimmer auf. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oder
super.
brauchen
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
necessary. Not doing this. Aber moving.
Okay, next person. Mr. Akufu, let's go.
Hey, gangster. Oh, sorry.
Okay, Abby. Ich schaue Filme jeden Tag. Zu
You
Hause.
didn't tell to house. When you use the two plus like to how we use to house it, okay. But when you say maybe it's getting a house, we also use it's getting a house. But uh yeah, like house it like like we people think that I won't say people think that like it's assumed that house is our like somehow outmoded, but still we use it because the modern is house. Okay, just house on the E. So that's why when we say that's house, okay. But to house is like more like at home. Okay, not at house. Okay, so when you are saying we say at home, to house means at home. So you can't say to house. At when you use the to house, it means you are saying at house. Do you get me?
Okay.
Yeah. So when you want to say at home, then you use zu Hause. I'm going home, ich gehe nach Hause. But the house is nice, then use das Haus is nett. Do you get me?
Okay.
But when you want to when your sentence in English means home, then you use house. But when you are just describing a house or like you are just talking about house, then you use house. That's house. Okay. All right. So ich schaue Film jeden Tag zu Hause. Super. All right. Next next
Jeden,
sentence.
jeden Samstag
Yeah. Jeden
ge-
Samstag
gehe ich meinen Freunden.
gehe ich zu mein meinen Freunden. Okay, my friends. Okay. So
Schwimmen.
the friends are like what do you want to say?
Every Saturday
You
I go to swim with my friends.
then you so wait, then you have to use meet. Okay. But like my emphasis was meet is dative. That whether two or meet, they are both dative. Okay. So and my friend is the friendy. My friends are the friendy. So dative will be dative. D changes to dane. That's why it's mine and here. Then if the plural noun has no n, we add an n. Okay, for dative plural. Okay. So it's the Freunde, aber meinen Freunde, because in dative, D changes to from D to D. That's why it's meinen Freunde instead of the meine Freund. Instead of the D is den. Okay. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right. Wer ist dran?
Women
Um,
number.
Yeah,
gehe
we didn't
ich
have the swimming
mit
here.
meinen Freunden schwimmen.
Boy, now me be that question. Oh, yeah, I see now.
Mhm.
Shower. No. So can you use sehen or that shower for
Yeah.
maybe a TV and movies and
Yeah.
which
So
one is
schauen,
okay?
schauen, sehen und gucken. You can say ich gucke. Okay. And you can use all of them as reflexive. When you say I watch the movie myself, like to my own enjoyment. So this, so it will be ich schaue mir Filme jeden Tag zu Hause an. Sorry, then anschauen, reflexive. Sorry, the verb alone is not reflexive. When you use the ansehen, anschauen, and angucken, that's when we have to use the reflexive. Okay. Get. All right. So I mentioned someone name. Who is next?
I'm here.
Yeah, Joycelyn. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Ich ich sehe Fan. Ich sehe Fan jeden Tag 3 bis 4 Mal pro Woche zu Hause auf dem Sofa.
Is there jeden Tag
3 bis 4 Mal
3 bis 4 Mal
pro Woche
pro Woche
zu Hause auf dem Sofa.
zu Hause auf dem
Sofa.
Sofa? Then your fan will come. When you use Fernsehen, When you use Fernsehen, the verb you use is Fernsehen. It's not Fernseher. You said Fen. That's why I separated it.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Fernsehen is a verb at the same time. It's a noun. So when you use Fernsehen, then it's das Fernsehen.
Okay.
Okay. The activity of watching TV. But when you want to say,
Yeah.
I watch television, then it's the Fernsehen. Like want to talk about
Friends.
the TV itself, then it's the Fernseher.
Okay.
So the verb is Fernsehen. Okay. So it's
Okay.
separable. Ich sehe jeden Tag 3 bis 4 Mal pro Woche zu Hause auf dem Sofa fern. Grammatically 100% correct, but it's too much.
Don't say
So you
anything.
can, yeah. So when I,
Is it
so you can start with the van or the V lange or the V off. So jeden Tag 3 bis 4 Mal pro Woche sehe ich zu Hause auf dem Sofa fern. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
there's if so you're using to say, say like we have adverbs, too many adverbs. Once there is
In
adverbial
it.
place of an adverb, where
Yeah.
is the adverb? This is also adverb of them so far. Okay, like
Okay.
prepositional, adverbs, but it all boils down to adverb. Uh, so like maybe there's a kaya. If you remember the order there, it's fine. But sometimes when I have long sentences, I prefer to start with the adverb, the one of the adverbs. You can also say like zu Hause auf dem Sofa, zu Hause auf dem Sofa sehe ich jeden Tag 3 bis 4 Mal pro Woche fern.
Okay.
Okay, ja, genau. Aber das ist richtig. Next,
Okay. Wochenende höre ich Radio zu Hause.
English. English over
Oh,
translation is what you want. Your sentence. No, like just repeat it in English. What do you want to say?
um, I listen to the radio.
My feedback.
Um, I listen to the radio in the house on weekends.
So in English, you say English, we use both the plural. You can say Monday, okay, on Monday, and you can say on Mondays. But in German, we only use the on
Okay.
on the for just a single day. Okay, maybe am
Yeah,
Montag.
Wochenende.
Uh-huh. So when you say I'm working in there, yeah.
Wochenende höre ich Radio zu Hause.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ich Radio zu Hause. Okay, then wir haben schon, okay, then wir okay, then zu Hause. Ja, but that's not what you wanted to say. This one is like on the weekend. Okay, in German, this
Okay.
one literally means on the weekend. It's
On
like
the
saying I am
weekend.
coming on the weekend. It's coming, I'm working in there. But if you want to say weekends, on the weekends, just like repetitively, it happens on the weekend. Then you use Wochenendes, just like montags, only
Okay.
Wochenendes. Do here
Wochenende.
each. So when you say it this way, everybody understand that then I mean yeah, everybody understands that it's the activity happens repetitively on the weekends. You want to say
Okay.
on Mondays, like Mondays. It happens always on
Okay.
Mondays. Then it will
Mondays.
also be it will also be
Montags.
montags, not
Montags. Yeah.
When you want to like the
Okay.
plural is without okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
you know, yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, Gianna. Collins, let's go.
yani?
Yeah, Charlie, Sisiana say, yeah, me network and not my problem. Sisiana, me
Okay, so we are learning how to form sentences, and when your sentences contains an adverbial place of manner, as in two times, four times in the morning, jeden tag, jeden huh, then that one will come before what your vowel, the place. Okay, the place will go to the end of the sentence, but yeah, so your adverb, sorry, you start your sentence with the normal subject, verb, object. So your the subject here, here's your subject, your verb will come, then the object. Okay. Then if your sentence like it continues and it contains adverbial place of manner, as in the number of times something happens, okay, then that's what the time will come before the the place where it happens. Always. So in German, we say time is very important to German. You say in German, we say it's very important to Germans. Okay, I was 2 minutes late for my doctor's appointment. Doctor Nation my name was something called. Like 2 minutes. And yesterday, like there was even someone in the office, so no one was there. Okay, so like time is very important to them. Even at the workplace, if you have to be at work at 6:30 and you reach there at 6:31, the way they'll be looking at you, like you feel bad. Like time is very important to them. So the time will come immediately, or the number of times is very important to them. Okay, then where it happens will go to the end of the sentence if it contains vowel. Okay, yeah, so we are trying to form sentences as such. So I was saying that yes, you can use this order if you can remember. Okay, if your sentence contains the normal subject, verb, objects plus the number of times something happens plus a place where the thing happens, if you can remember, then you use it like this. But sometimes, no, I know sometimes when sometimes it becomes long. So sometimes you might even forget whether the vowel, like unintentionally, you might even bring the vowel before the adverb. Okay, so I prefer that sometimes you start the sentence with the adverb, then you go back to your subject, verb, object, then the vowel will go to the end of the sentence. Okay, that's another way. That's flexible. That's more like flexible. All right. So I'm just saying you can either use these here to form sentences, or also we've learned many verbs. So if you have any other verb, you can use that one to form sentence to them. If there is a correction, then I'll do the correction. Yeah.
okay.
So for
Ishva,
the meantime, okay, let's go. Ishwa,
Ishva, schon zweimal
Ishwa
in
schon,
Accra. Yeah,
ja, Ishwa schon zweimal in Accra. Super.
yeah.
Okay. All right, super. So our subjects here, the verb, then the adverb schon zweimal, then the place in Accra. Super. We are making two sentences. Try another.
Okay, okay. So can you repeat that twice? Okay. Kannst du das, kannst du das bitte zweimal wiederholen? Oder?
So, kannst du es noch einmal? Can you repeat that
Okay.
one more time? Kannst du, kannst du es noch einmal wiederholen? Yeah, the usage of das und es, yeah, I get you, but then can you repeat that? But in German, we will say, can you repeat it? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I will give more clarification of the whole. Then Mr. Trivia. All right. Yep, das ist auch richtig. Or can you repeat that noch einmal im Auto? Okay, maybe the person told you something, then you be like, oh, maybe I'll forget. So like, can you repeat that one more time when we are in the car? So im auto, okay?
Okay.
That's geht out. Yeah. Und wer will noch? Karen, bist du bereit?
Working in this
Hm?
here is music,
And das hier nicht.
Musik sind 10 Stunden
Oh je, 10 Stunden. Okay,
auf
10 Stunden.
meinem
Au.
Handy. Hm. Am I wrong?
Ah, Handy, was ist Handy? Ah.
Handy.
Ja, genau, das ist richtig. Ja. Ja.
And English
Mhm.
is ich
Ja, ja, keep on talking. Hey,
is ich Gemüse.
Gemüse.
Gemüse, weil sie
Fish. Mhm. Heat.
für die Gesundheit
Sie
so
für die.
gut. No, sie gut für die Gesundheit sind, oder? They are good for the health.
Gemüse. Ja, aber Gemüse ist das. Das
Oh, okay.
Gemüse. Weil
Like I would say plural
es,
vegetables.
yeah, but in English now because they are, but in German the pronoun for Gemüse is s.
Yeah.
You get it? So in English then right, but in German, yeah. Es gut für die Gesundheit.
Gesundheit ist, dann ist, oder?
Ja, ist. Ja, super. Wer noch? Wer ist dran? Vanessa, Anna, Vanessa Maya.
Rabi, obi aka me deɛ ba mɛka foforɔ nyɛ hwee. Okay. But can we form any sentence? Because it's like they've used most of the.
Any
Okay.
sentence. You can use it in the past. You can use it in the like any sentence.
That's the arbitrary. Okay, so Rabi, I'm trying to say on Saturday I go for walk on in the evenings and then the mornings. A beginning, so I'm trying to say it.
Let's go.
Okay, so I'm Samstag gehe ich na gehe ich morgens und like mornings and evenings. This word here is hard for me to mention. Spazieren. Maybe I beg.
Spazieren.
Spazieren. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. He says that, yeah. Am Samstag gehe ich morgens und Abend. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then The second one. Ich fahre
Mhm.
zweimal, zweimal, zwei,
Zwei. W ist wie zwei.
zwei,
Zweimal.
zwei. Woche, Woche.
Ich
Are you
fahre
hearing me?
zweimal. Ja, ich
Yeah.
fahre.
Woche nach. Am I wrong? This is why I do your face like this. Yeah, I
Woche.
travel twice a week to Cape Coast for work.
So twice per week. So provoke. Your pay
Provoke.
have to come.
Come.
You can say zweimal Woche, like that's marked kindness, okay?
Okay,
So
okay.
ich fahre
Nach
zweimal pro Woche
Provoke nach Cape Coast zu Arbeit. Yeah, zu
zur
Arbeit. Zur
Arbeit.
Arbeit.
Zur Arbeit.
Zur Arbeit. That you are zur Arbeit.
Arbeit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So if you want to say maybe you do that, so if it would have been per day, then per day we don't use pro like
Okay.
pro tag. I don't know if it's grammatically right, but we don't use it. We use tag.
I'm back.
So maybe I eat 3 times a day, like 3 times per day. Then tag is a ish
It's the ish.
dreimal.
Dreimal.
Okay. But for week we use pro. Okay. Then per
Pro
month we use pro monads. Per
promenade.
month we use or you can use the vocentlich. Okay, ich fahre zweimal wöchentlich, weekly. Okay, that is also like per week. Or instead of the tag, you can use täglich. That's why Karen use täglich. It says daily. I eat the music. Or the tag daily. I eat 3 times. Okay, you can use täglich or the tag. Okay, like pro tag. When you say pro tag, tag. Yeah. But per
Okay.
second, per hour, we use the pro Stunde. Per hour is pro Stunde. Pro Stunde. Yeah, per hour. All right, danke. Ja, wir machen weiter. Okay, so these are the sentences from the book too. You can make screenshots of it. Then you can personalize it later. So liest du gern Zeitung oder Bücher am Wochenende im Park oder so. Then so lala, yeah. So then einmal, zweimal, dreimal, mal. Four. All right, so someone should read. Say Internet Forum.
In
Yeah.
einem
So
Internetforum lesen Sie und hören Sie.
hören
Finden
Sie,
Sie,
not hearing. Hören Sie, not hearing.
lesen Sie und hören Sie. Finden Sie dann die Antworten zu den Fragen 1 bis 3 im Text. Bald arbeitslos. Erich ist ein Kollege von mir. Heute hatte er Probleme mit dem Chef. Er hat im Büro Zeitung gelesen. Unser Chef hat das gesehen und war sehr wütend. Jetzt ist Erich nervös, denn er glaubt, er verliert bald seinen Arbeitsplatz. Aber ich denke, Zeitung lesen im Büro ist doch kein Problem. Was meint ihr?
All right. So it's very common for the writing. Schreiben. Schreiben, you read the like yeah. I think the first tax I think the first tax is always a letter. No, no, no. I egal. But the Schreiben, you have to write two tests. Okay, for the Schreiben. For the Schreiben prüfung, you have to write two tests. One is about comment to something you read on the internet. Then the other will be a letter. Okay, so here is a big example of the Schreiben for B1. Yeah, so you will be asked to write a comment to this one. Yeah. All right, so wer hatte Probleme mit seinem Chef? But first of all, like, is there a word here that you guys don't understand? Arbeitslos. Arbeitslos means unemployed. So bad arbeitslos, like, is he getting unemployed soon? Question mark. Okay, so I always say that in German, like when you are reading something, read the thema, that's thema, like read the topic. Like it gives you a fair idea about what you're about to read. Okay, so Erich ist ein Kollege von mir. So like saying Nanake ist eine Bekannte, is a like someone of to me, like to me, but like from yeah, of mine. They're like of mine. He's a friend of mine. Okay, same thing. He's a colleague of mine. He's a colleague of mine. So von mir. Okay. Heute hatte er Probleme mit dem Chef. So ist das Problem, aber the plural is die Probleme. So he had problems mit dem Chef. He had problem. We say Probleme mit. Okay, Problem mit. Okay, mit dem Chef. Okay, so er hat im Büro Zeitung gelesen. So he read in the office Zeitung. But you can also say er hat Zeitung im Büro gelesen. Okay. As I didn't know say no, they are contradicting this, but like I said, it doesn't matter. Unser Chef hat das gesehen. Our chef saw that und war sehr wütend, and he was very angry. Jetzt ist Erich nervös. Now Eric is ängstlich. Okay. Then, because he believes verlieren means to lose. Verliert bald seinen Arbeitsplatz. Or Arbeitsplatz means job position. Or we can use die Stelle also means job position. Arbeitsstelle. So, aber ich denke, but I think like reading, Zeitung lesen im Büro ist doch kein Problem. I am contradicting my, it's doch kein Problem. Was meint ihr? What do you guys think? Oh, all right. So, Nummer eins. Ich frage, dann du antwortest, wenn du willst. Wer hatte Probleme mit seinem Chef?
Erich hatte Probleme mit seinem Chef.
Dankeschön. Und warum hatte die Person Probleme?
Weil im Büro er Zeitung gelesen hat. Oder?
All right. So here, when you use the verb, when you use your verb, so when you say, look at the sentence, in bureau, at ear, Zeitung, gelesen. Okay, so remember, in this sentence, they started the
I said the
sentence
hat
with
too.
as vous. You said?
I didn't bring the hat. I brought the hat
Oh no no no
after
no.
the
I'm not talking about the usage of the vowel, okay? I'm not talking about, but I'm just saying that in this sentence, in this statement, they started the sentence with what the wo, where he did it. In Büro hat Zeitung gelesen. Because it's a statement. Okay, statement, you can switch the position. But when you use val, then you have to use the natural sentence. So your val after your val, your subject must come.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you have to go back to your main sentence, like the main order. Val, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
War ihr Hannah Obetma im Büro Zeitung gelesen hat oder
Reason that.
war ihr das you go to the order. The subject will
Okay.
come, the verb will come, the objects will come before the other. Okay, then war ihr Zeitung, your objects. War ihr Zeitung
Boy, now it's interesting this answer.
im Büro. Yeah, I'm listening. Gelesen hat. Okay, Karen, do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so in this, when you use the vowel, then you have to use this normal subject, verb, objects, then the others will follow. Sometimes when it's about, like, when we are saying here, sometimes they hear, when you like here, as in here, dots, they normally come before the subjects. Like, there are exceptions, okay? Yeah, they normally come before the subjects. Yeah. Right, yeah. But when you are using the vowel, subject, verb, you go back to the main structure. Although when you were making the sentence, you were like more expressive, so you interchange it. But when you are using the vowel, or like when you are building enabling that the subordinate clause, then you go back to the original formation of the sentence structure. Okay. Was ist die Meinung von Jakob zu dem Problem? What is die Meinung? Die Meinung bedeutet,
Opinion.
Opinion.
yeah. So what is the opinion of Jacob to the problem? Sometimes as we verbatim know English, what is the opinion of Jacob to the problem? Because I didn't the being you say. Ja, so Antwort, wer will das antworten?
Erich hat kein Problem. Er glaubt, Zeitung lesen im Büro ist kein Problem.
Er glaubt, Zeitung lesen.
It's not showing.
Ja, ich weiß. Er glaubt, Zeitung lesen im Büro ist doch kein Problem. Ja, when you want to, Gemma, you want to say my opinion or my opinion to this or that, his like a normal, a typical German would say, seiner Meinung nach ist Zeitung lesen kein Doc, kein Problem. Oder mit der Doc still like the Doc is just like aber. Okay. His opinion after is that like normally like is perceived is Zeitung lesen with that one. So you want to say my opinion to this is that it will be what meiner Meinung
Nah.
Like, I want to say maybe my opinion. In my opinion, I think Karen is beautiful. And like, my Meinung nach ist Karen schön.
Mm.
Okay, that's a nice way to say your opinion. Okay, okay, okay. My Meinung nach, in his opinion, will be seine Meinung nach. In your opinion, will be thine. If I'm saying, say you in your like you in your opinion, you are saying the so deine Meinung. You are saying I'm not beautiful in your opinion. Deiner Meinung nach bin ich maybe unhöflich. Una say I'm impolite, okay? Ist deiner Meinung nach bin ich unhöflich? But in my opinion, I feel say I'm yeah. So you can try it later. Meine Meinung nach, then the verb will come like this. Therefore, then the other will follow like that. All right. So that was just by the way. All right, yeah. Oh, let's listen. Practice it. Let's practice our ears. Okay. Let's practice.
Lektion 8. Hast du schon gehört? A1c.
Erich ist ein Kollege von mir. Heute hatte er Probleme mit dem Chef. Er hat im Büro Zeitung gelesen. Unser Chef hat das gesehen und war sehr wütend. Jetzt ist Erich nervös, denn er glaubt, er verliert bald seinen Arbeitsplatz. Aber ich denke, Zeitung lesen im Büro ist doch kein Problem. Was meint ihr?
All right. Very well. That's here out listen. We do this, then we practice. Yeah, we practice verbs, the past tense, and again because we have to. Yeah. So after here, let's go. Who would like to read?
I'm going.
Lesen. Okay.
Also,
Mhm.
Karen.
Karen,
Mach
let's go.
weiter, bitte.
Lesen Sie und hören Sie jetzt die Antworten. Wer denkt so wie Jakob 28? Wer denkt anders? Wer will mehr Informationen? Ergänzen Sie. Also,
All right. So
Okay.
yeah, before you continue, so do you understand the Aufgaben? First of all, you are to indicate who is thinking like Jacob. So in the lesson test B1, you see many comments, not tribe, this is lesson. There will be many comments, like maybe they'll be talking about flexible arbeit and fixed arbeit time. Like maybe the ones that's flexible, maybe you can work in the morning, you can work in the evening, or the fixed 9 to 5. Then people will be giving their opinion, and you have to match them to specific tasks. Yeah. So first you need to get who is for, who is against, and who think differently. Okay. So wer denkt so wie Jacob? Who thinks so? We are everything is still about. So these are comments to Jacob's post on the internet. So wer denkt so wie, v means just like, okay. Who thinks v Jacob like? That's why you say A v Anton, A like apple, B like ball. We say A v Anton. So the V means like, okay, although it means how. Sometimes VAS or like V is in the telephone number. What is your telephone number? But V also means like, okay. So wer denkt so wie Jakob 28? Wer denkt anders? Anders means differently. Okay, wer denkt anders? So if you want, you can use anders in many sentences. Maybe you think differently. Oh, du denkst anders. You are doing it differently. Du machst es anders. Okay, you can just use anders differently. Okay, then wer will mehr Informationen? Who would like to who wants more information? Okay, ergänzen Sie. All right, Karen, let's go.
Also, Zeitung lesen im Büro ist verboten. Das ist doch klar. Euer Chef hat recht. Ihr bekommt euer Geld für eure Arbeit und nicht für das Zeitung lesen.
All right. So diese Person ist eher gegen oder für. Gegen means against and für means for. Just like a debate, okay? So diese Person, diese Person ist eher für oder gegen.
Gegen.
Yeah, it's ganging. Oh, yeah, doing beep, fucking one. This is bongo ideas.
But
Yeah, German bongo idea. All right, jemand anders. Yeah, someone differently should. Jemand anders. So te lesen.
so
Maybe
einfach.
jemand andere.
So einfach ist es nicht. Es muss in der Firma klare Regeln geben, was ist erlaubt und was ist verboten. Die Regeln müssen alle kennen. Gibt es euch klare Regeln?
So,
Boy, no question.
gut ist the ja, schnell. Was ist deine Frage?
First one, question of this ask me. Question of this Ausgabe. That Andes. What's the difference between Andes and Andri? Sometimes when you see
Yeah,
it in text,
so
ah,
Anders means differently. Okay, differently. Oh, I did it differently. Ich habe es anders gemacht. I thought differently. Ich dachte anders. Then andere, we conjugate the andere to the case. Maybe I have another. Andere means another. But anders means differently, but like under means another. So I have another question. Ich habe andere Frage. Okay, so we conjugate the andere for another, but anders means differently. Do you get it? Andere means another
I get it.
or
But
other.
sometimes it can be something like Andes. I don't know.
But I'm saying
When
when
you
you
say
see
them,
the Anders means differently, okay. But when you're someone say, "Oh, I want another person to say," them use jemand anderen. So you conjugate it according to the case. So we have andere, it can be anderem, it can be anderen, just like we conjugate it, how you use it. So maybe say he's reading he's reading another newspaper would be what? Er liest eine andere Zeitung. Maybe he's dating a different man. Then for a man, you'll be what? Anderen Mann. So it depends. You conjugate it when you're using it as another. Then you conjugate it with according to the case of the noun that you're using the another for. Like you are describing, you are using the another to describe. But when it's
What
Anders,
if say,
Anders,
yeah, neuter, neuter, yeah,
Anders, that is
and
Anders, not Anders.
okay, okay, yeah,
When we
yeah,
say
yeah,
it is
ich habe ein anderes Handy, not ich habe anders Handy. No, it will be ich
okay,
habe ein anderes Handy.
yes,
Klar?
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the adjective is under. The adjective is under. In the unconjugated form, is under for another. But you conjugate it according to the cases of the noun. But when it's anders like this, then anders means differently. All right.
Calling.
Yeah, so this person denkt ihr oder sie so wie Jakob oder ihr denkt anders oder ihr will Eher oder sie will noch mehr Informationen. Nee, antworten.
You need more information.
Ja, so.
Ja, sie glaubt mehr Informationen.
And then you can say she believes more information. Ze not say she will mehr information. They will noch mehr information. She still needs more information. All right. So einfach ist das nicht. Like it shouldn't be just so simple. So einfach ist das nicht. Ihr muss in der Firma klare Regeln geben. So is die Regeln. The Regeln means the rules. The Regeln means the rules. So there must be, or like it must be given, clear rules that if you read it's like if you read a newspaper in the office, it's not allowed. Like it should be clear rules stated. Was is allowed? Clear rules which will say what is allowed. Allowing means to allow, and verbieten means to ban. Then the past participle is verboten. So it is banned. You don't say it is banned. That's why it's here verboten. So erlauben is to allow, and it's dative because I allow you to. You are the benefit. Like it's not a beneficiary, but it's a dative verb, which is beneficiary. To allow it's dative. Okay. Then verbieten means to ban. And this verbieten in English, you hardly use it in the present tense. That's why in the sentences we use this in the past participle. You hardly say, "Oh, MTN is banning scammers." Like MTN has banned, the government has banned. We use it in the past tense. So the past is verboten. It's verboten. Ist verboten is sein. Ist verboten for the past. We always use it in the past, unless maybe the ban is now ongoing. Okay. Yeah. So allowing is that if you want to say, I am allowing you to talk, be what? Ich was?
Erlaube
Ich erlaube dir.
dir
Dir talk.
zu
Was?
Zu reden.
Relax. Ich erlaube dir was?
Reden.
Ja, wer zu sagen, zu reden, das ist my not that's the focus was on you using to. So you have to use the to when two verbs are used. And the first verb is not a modal verb, then you have to use the second verb in what? In the infinitive form. That's another way to form this clear when you say, "Oh, I am coming to eat." Will be what? So here in this sentence, you have two verbs. One is what? Coming, and to eat. They are two different. It's not modal verb. Because it's real essen. Modal verbs, then you don't bring any to. Okay, you just say it's real essen. The modal verb will take the first position, then the other verb will go to the end of the sentence, unconjugated. But when there is when there are two different verbs, and the first verb is not a modal verb, then we use the second verb will go to the end of the sentence in a different clause with comma, but it will stay in the infinitive form, unconjugated. But the first verb will be conjugated. So I am coming to eat with what? Ich komme was zu essen.
Boy, no, is it compulsory?
You said?
Is it compulsory?
You were both asking.
Like when there are two verbs, you have to bring.
Yeah, it's compulsory. Like other than that, you can't form it, and like then you have to change you have to change, you have to form two different sentences. You say ich komme, ich esse. Like it doesn't make sense. In English, you merge it. You said I am coming to eat. I am allowing you to talk. You won't say I am allowing you talk. It doesn't make sense. You get me? Yeah, so even in English, it doesn't make sense. So like you just stick to it. When there are two verbs and the first verb is not a modal verb, then the other verb will go to the end of the sentence unconjugated, but you conjugate the first verb. So there's difference between infinitive with to. I think then Nana Karen person will be some, right?
No.
Yeah.
I just
So
wanted to ask if there is adverbial place, like if maybe we are allowed to smoke here or we are not allowed to smoke here. So we use the to.
when you say we are allowed, that is dürfen. Dürfen means to
Okay.
be allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are two different. Allowing is when I am actively allowing, or someone is allowing me to do something. Okay, but
Okay.
dürfen is to be allowed. Okay,
Ah,
so dürfen, the usage of dürfen is different from allowing. So like is a mother may say may tell the children um ihr dürft, maybe like but the mother is telling the children, they must say, oh you guys, ihr dürft ihr dürft draußen spielen. Here the amputation, okay? So here, oh, the amputation is spielen, okay? Yeah. But when I'm saying that the mother, I won't say the mother, it will be difficult to use the mother, unless maybe I'm just doing a reporter speed. The mother said the children may go outside to play, unless I'm doing a reporter speed. But when I'm saying is that the mother allowed will be what the Mutter allowed in the past tense, or maybe the mother is the mother is allowing the Mutter allowed is allowing the children to play outside. Allowed, then Kindern is dative, then Kindern draußen zu spielen. Okay, because I use allowing, not just allowing, because I use the first verb I use is not a modal verb, but because here dürfen is a modal verb, then you just combine ihr dürft draußen spielen. Okay, yeah. Do we get it? Yeah, super. So allowing is dative. We want to say the mother allowed, then the Mutter hat, then Kinder allowed, because ihr is inseparable prefix. Ihr is inseparable prefix. So then the participle zwar, you just add t to the end. The present tense, the past tense is erlaubte. Then the present perfect is erlaubt. Immer gleich wie der ESCS und der ihr. Okay. So when you say hat erlaubt, use haben. So the difference between to and to is when you are given a reason for something. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
to give
Okay.
reason.
So
Okay.
in order to.
Then to, yeah, in order to. You say in order to. So it's means in order to. Then to is you just use the to when two verbs are used and the other is not a modal verb. Okay. Maybe I'm going to the pharmacy in order to get a medicine. Then ich gehe in die oder zur Apotheke. Gehe zur Apotheke. Then why are you going? Medikamente oder eine Tablette So when you use it, the will follow the accusative. Like when you use the it's like already it's assumed that this part of the sentence is all like contains the subject, like your subject and your verb. So after the is accusative. So I'm going eine Tablette Stuart kaufen. Okay. The major is when after the is accusative. So maybe I'm going to the post in order to pick up my letter. What is here? So I post oder in the post meinen Brief whether abzuholen oder abzuholen. That is how it is. Abzuholen. So I said for to with separable verbs, the to comes between the prefix and the main verb. Okay, the to will come in between this. Even without the with this same to, when you're saying I'm going to the room to change, in order to change myself, like to change, then ich gehe ins Zimmer, mich yeah, this one is order. Like this one is in order to like let's say, give me a sentence that does not involve like two different verbs, but I'm just saying that even with this, when you use the to alone, for separable verb, the to comes between the prefix and the main verb. Okay, all right.
I am going home to sleep. Oh. Rabbi.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you.
Don't catch it. My
I am going
Bodiana.
home. No, but like I'm
Using
going
the
home.
sentence, no?
No. I'm not saying your sentence is wrong, but like I'm contemplating if I have to use the to or
Something
the to,
else.
because I am going home to sleep.
To sleep.
Okay, when you just mean it, like already you are going home to sleep, it's simple. You can use the to, but when you want to give more information, oh, I'm going home in order to sleep, so it's different. But then your sentence is right. You can use the to. I am going home to sleep, but because what I want is I want a verb. The second verb has to be a separable verb. Then we can use the two in between them. But then you can say maybe I'm going home in order. They have to be in order. To. Okay. Okay. Maybe I am finding. I am going to. I am going to cook something to eat. But still, it's not an. It's not it's a proper verb. But who would like to try? I'm going to cook something to eat. Rachel, let's go. I am cooking something to eat.
Ich gucke etwas zu essen.
Rachel, ich gucke
Even
etwas.
in order
Yes. No. I am cooking it to essen. As simple as that. There's no need for use in order to eat. I am cooking something in order to. It doesn't make like you can like when you want to go to the extreme, then it makes sense. But then in the raw language, it's cooking it was lesson. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to say I am buying clothes for the concert. I am buying a new dress. Oh no. For the concert is on this.
I am withdrawing money.
Yeah, to
in order to travel.
I am maybe keep your sentence, maybe. I am buying a new dress. Maybe to gift it to my mother. To gift it to my mother. Doesn't make sense in encyclopedia for. I'm buying a new dress You want to make sentences. I'm buying a new dress to gift it to my mother. Who would like to try?
Ich kaufe eine neue Kleidung.
I said dress, not clothes.
Okay, gut. Okay, ja, ich kaufe ein neues Kleid
Yeah, because it's that's Clyde, the dress.
to give to my mother. Um, to
Or to
to
give
my
to my
mother,
mother.
to my
I just to give or to gift.
mother,
Yeah. What?
to my Mutter schenken.
But it's already
Oder?
that you so.
Mm. Eine
It's
Frau.
sufficient. You said?
And the comma about comma. It takes a comma.
Yeah. You have to. Yeah. It takes a comma. Yeah, a comma must come always. Always. Okay. Normally, it's a sentence way. It was to Essen. The other it was they merge it together, but like for main sentences, big sentence, we bring comma, but basically we bring comma. Okay. So it depends if you want to be like to describe, like give more reason to why you are doing it, then use the to. But there are some plain sentences that you don't have to use the to. Okay. I'm going to sleep. Ich gehe zu schlafen. Okay. Ich
Can you
gehe,
use
comma, zu
the
schlafen.
comma?
Hmm?
Can we be using the normal ones you have been using? That's how val
Yeah,
in
Anamika say yeah, you can use it. You can use but also using it that way now. Then you need to form another sentence, and another that second sentence you need to have a subject. You need to have what a verb. So when you use so like bring your sentence val. So when you want to say val, then maybe I am going to the what here was our sentence. I am going to the pharmacy because I have to buy. You see, then you have to use the after the val, you need to have another subject. You need to have, but we use the to and the to when the subject is the subjects now for both sentences are the same. We merge it. I am going in order to do the thing myself. Then we used the to because when you say I'm going to the pharmacy because I have to buy, then because I am buying, then you have to use the second sentence will have to have yeah. So the
and
two the order and the is get in the
I
apotheker
and
val because ish. So you want to follow that another sentence. The subordinate clause money yet val ish eine Tablette
okay. But I want to know a man here
kaufe.
short.
Yeah, the umutsuno makes me the two or the umutsuno shortens it. Okay, it shortens it. When you use the
Yeah,
val, then your second sentence also have to have what a subject,
yeah.
a verb,
Oh
would,
yeah.
yeah, and an object. So it depends on the usage,
Oh
how you want to use it.
this one. Because
Yeah.
they should have put. Oh
All
yeah.
right, so we'll meet again tomorrow.
Yeah, boss is here.
63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68.
Hmm.
Okay, then 8. So I'm thinking maybe probably on Tuesday we'll be able to start A2. Yeah.
Yes.
Me too.
C
Boy,
C
to be
two
two
C
and
two
See?
C2. Who's A1 that way? Who's B1 that way? B2.
What
All
about the
right.
test?
You said?
I don't want to be two. Okay,
You said we'll
imagine
do a
the
test.
case.
I said, yeah. I said we are going to have a test. Yeah, we will have a
Boy,
test. Okay, it will be 2 hours.
boy.
So yeah, I'll reserve the 2 hours for an A1 test, Kong test. I'm trying to find someone who will help me, like who be able to German to conduct the test because sometimes because you need to review each and every one. But if you were to be two or maybe three, I will see if I can get someone. Yeah.